This video is brought to you by Letsynthesize Academy, the #1 place for practice-oriented courses for serious music producers.
Hey, Dan Larson here, welcome to the newest Synthesize Sunday episode, and today I want to talk about a highly requested topic, how to arrange and process your basses so they match and go well together and form a really nice sequence. So we are going to use this bass, and this one, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. So as you can hear, they are all neuro basses, but all of them different in strength, frequency content, stereo image, sub content, and this is what we need to fix to make them match and go well together. So come with me, I'm going to show you how I make it. Okay, so what I want to do and what I like to do is put all the basses into a drum rack, so it will be a lot easier to handle everything together because I will see one MIDI clip and everything will be in a simpler. That is a huge device, so let's do it now. Okay, so I just open a new MIDI track, a new drum rack, and let's put all these basses into the rack. Okay, so now everything is in one place, and what I want to use is the classic mode instead of the one-shot mode, so I can play with the MIDI length, basically the sample length, so it won't play the whole thing once I click the play button. So the easiest way is to go to the first one, choose classic, pull back the release, and tell the drum rack that you want to apply these settings to all the siblings. And once you are done, just go and choose classic, and as you can see, everything is set to the same release value. Okay, and also disable snapping, and on the impact I don't want to have this intro noise kind of thing. Okay, so from now on, there are two things that you want to do here. EQ compression, maybe compression, it's not very important, but the most important part is EQ transposition and the sample offset. So the best thing to play with neuro samples is to play with the offsets, the starting point of the sample, and you can create very nice groove with this technique. Okay, but first let's drop a MIDI file. Let's start with the first one, like something like this. Okay, and just, find a sample that sounds well to it. Okay, these two does not go really well together, and the first one is because of the transposition and some EQing problems, so they are not on the same frequency content that we need to fix using an EQ. So I would say let's transpose this one down to -2 and this one up to +3. Okay, but let's drop an EQ to this one and maybe decrease something at around 300 Hz and a little more on the middles, about 1K, something like this. Okay, cool. Now let's go further and let's take a little break here that we're going to fill up with with the reverb. Now this FM tone thing is a little different, it doesn't go well with the other sounds. Let's go and fix it now with an EQ and some transposition. Because this loop, the NF2, is a little too harsh compared to the others. Maybe some notch here. And the FM tone is a little too dry, I would say, so let's boost a little on the tops. And this middle bass frequency is too much. Again, this is not something that the other basses have. Okay, this is nice. We can continue building up the groove. So again, I want to use this stuff, but let's make a little difference to it. Like stuttering kind of effect. Now this is the problem that most of you guys run into. As you can hear, this bass is so heavier distorted, and we need to somehow match this stuff to the others. So the first problem is the volume. So I would say let's pull it back a little. And again, we need an EQ. So right now we are going to decrease all the frequencies that are generated by heavy distortion. And those are mainly the middle bass frequencies, the middles, and some middle tops. Okay, so let's do that by first, for example, the middle basses at around 300 Hz. And it's instantly better. Okay, a little more on the tops. And a little at around 1K on the middles. Okay, this is a lot more better now, but there are still 100 things to do here. So this bass is a little weird here. So let's try to decrease the transposition, like -7 maybe. So by simply tweaking the transposition and of course some EQing, we were able to make it match well to the others. So right now this is the groove that we are having. Cool, so they are still a little, you know, too much or very busy, but this is for educational purposes, and honestly with the drums I think they sound well. Okay, and the last step is to put something here. Let's try the FM tone. Okay, but still we need to find something for here. And what I want to do is use this guy with another instance. So this is my only problem with Simpler, that we simply are not able to automate the starting position, the sample offset. So the only chance is to make another copy, another instance, and you know, just set a different starting position for that sound. But the transposition is not really good, so let's crank it up to +5. And the sample warping mode should be on, but never touch the formants. It will just ruin your bass, so let's keep it on 0. And this next one needs to be tweaked a little, so let's drop it down to -2. Add a reverb to this place. Okay, so let's drop a reverb and let's route only one sound from this group. So let's choose the drum rack and let's use the NF12 pre-FX, okay? And use the in, and if you don't want to clash, you need to mute this sound. And let's automate this reverb. So simply we are making a huge reverb here and automate the tri-vat knob. Very simple stuff. Okay, and last, let's group these tracks. Let's call them like basses and make some process on them together. So the first that I like to add is a multi-band compression and some EQ after that. So because the multi-band compression increases the tops, I want to fix that. So let's chop off the very highs. And add some little more bass to it. And the limiter to the end. So basically this is what we made today. Okay, so these were neuro basses and a neuro production tutorial, but next week let's talk about a different style, for example, I don't know, dubstep. So see you guys next time. Peace!